Peter Schweizer literally wrote the book on Uranium One, Clinton Cash. It began all of this. He joins us tonight. Peter, thanks for coming on. So there's actually a new development in what is basically an old story. Tell us what it is.
Yeah, well, the new development is that Hillary Clinton's defense in saying that she was not involved in the Uranium One decision has essentially been, they've trotted out former Assistant Secretary of State Fernandez to say that he was the one that made the decision. And they presented him as basically a serious arbitrator who is going to explain how this was done. The problem is that if you look at the John Pedestal emails that were leaked, you find something very curious, Tucker. You find that Mr. Fernandez was communicating with Mr. Podesta when this story first broke in 2015 when my book came out. And in fact, what Mr. Fernandez told John Podesta was, I want to do all I can to help the Hillary Clinton campaign. And literally 4 days after that email, that's when he was trotted out to say Hillary Clinton was not involved in this decision. I was the one that made the decision to approve the Uranium One deal. So what it means, bottom line is, this is not a source we can trust. It's another example of why we need to investigate this. We simply can't take his word for it, and we certainly can't take Hillary Clinton's word for it.
Well, it also suggests that they knew exactly how this would be perceived from the outside. So her husband had taken this $500,000 speaking fee. Their family foundation had taken about $145 million from board members of Uranium One. There are going to be a lot of questions, and so it sounds like, from the evidence you just suggested, that they found this guy and said, you know what, you're making the decision.
Yeah, no, that's right. I mean, their responses have been to trot out Fernandez, and their other defense has essentially been, well, there were 8 other government agencies that approved this deal. The problem is, Tucker, that has absolutely nothing to do with the issue of bribery. There's nothing in the statutes that says you have to be the swing vote. The point is if that she voted and supported this initiative in any way in exchange for this money, it doesn't matter if the vote was 5-4 or if 9-0, it still constitutes bribery. So, this is part of the problem. They have not presented any evidence to support their claims, and I think it's why we need to investigate this. We can't take Hillary's word for it, and the explanations they've offered thus far simply don't add up.
That's right. And not all government agencies are created equal. I mean, the State Department is the first among equals, so, they have more influence than others. Of course, this whole thing in American national security suffered because of this. Anyway, Peter, thank you. You're the one who broke this story, and I don't think you can get enough credit for it. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Tucker.
The latest JFK documents have